Welcome back, guys. So just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this idea I was kicking around about that there's always a lesson to be learned in everything. And personally, I'm going through a little challenge in my life, and I think that I figured out that the lesson to be learned is that I need to do such and such an action. But more recently, I realized that the lesson to be learned is that there's always a lesson. It's not about what decision you make, but what lesson you learn within that decision. Let's say you make a decision that the best idea for you is to move. So that may have been the lesson, that this is the time for you to grow and move on. And the challenge that's forcing you to move might be for that reason. But then I'm thinking, what if you decide to stay? Maybe you're supposed to learn to have thicker skin against whatever that challenge is. Maybe you're supposed to learn to try harder to get along with a difficult person. I know that I'm speaking very, randomly about my personal situation, but what I think applies to everybody is that there's always a lesson to be learned. We are never in a situation where we could just say, oh, it's the other guy's fault and I just can't deal with this and it's just unfair. Unfair, definitely possible. Difficult, definitely possible. But there are always lessons to be learned. Maybe sometimes the lesson is to learn how to be a sucker. Maybe the lesson is to know when to stand your ground. Many of us in Western culture have a hard time fighting. We have a hard time standing our ground and saying, you know what? I'm not going to let this person get away with it. Which is kind of ironic. It's the opposite of human nature and survival, which is where our ancestors started from. But be as it may, the point I'm trying to make is that we are always left with a choice. And no matter what you do within that action, you're left with more choices. And whatever you can do can always be built to make you a better person. Never worse, always be better. Have a great day.